just before I realised that my skin had become addicted to steroid creams, I had qualified to teach Zumba, and that was a lifelong dream for me to teach fitness classes, and I was actually starting to live my dreams basically. And my body had looked and felt the best it had ever looked and felt at that point in my life, apart from my skin. My physique was exactly how I'd always wanted it, and then suddenly I had to just stop moving completely. I had to stop going to the gym, had to stop teaching my classes, and it was soul destroying. Um, because it was my sanity. Activity was always my sanity, and then um, to see my body and my skin changing, and I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't even go to the gym to help my mindset. It was awful. It really was awful.
Hey guys, welcome back again. It's Bree, creator of Preventable, and you are watching Where Are They Now? And I am here with the person, I believe it was your YouTube video, you or Laura, that brought me to finding Itsan, finding out that I'm going through TSW. This is the lovely Nina Marshall. Welcome. Oh my gosh, girl, what is up?
Not a lot at the moment because of lockdown. Life's pretty chilled out right now, which is good, but I think we're all ready for it to be over in the UK. So
yeah, and how's the weather? Is it like freezing?
It's freezing cold, and today it's so windy. I'm sat next to my French doors in my living room, and it's just so windy outside. So I think it's going to be frosty again in the morning.
That's so crazy that it's windy over there, because this past week, even today, I mean, I live in Florida, so this is like, I think the temperature finally today is probably like 28 degrees your temperature, like Celsius. It's always hot, but this past week has been way colder than usual for us, and also extremely windy. Like today, anytime I open my front door, I have to hold on to it because else it'll like swing out.
So it's happening for you guys as well then. You're getting this weather.
Yeah, but I do feel for you guys. I spoke to Cara a little earlier, and she also said like you guys are locked down. That kind of stinks, especially for people's livelihood and stuff like that. So yeah. I do feel for you guys. Florida's a lot more open, I think, than other places. But it is what it is, and we carry on. So
we've got no choice. We've just got to keep plodding, haven't we, until things get back to normal.
Yep.
Whatever that is.
Yeah. Whatever that is going to be after this. Yeah. So I wanted to dive in. I mean, it was back in late 2014 when I first saw your video. So when did you start your TSW journey, and when did it end for you?
I started withdrawing in 2012. I think it was around August time in 2012. And then by April, May 2013, I was kind of getting back to more of a normal life. I wasn't restricted by my skin anymore. So
yeah, because you had a quick withdrawal, which was awesome.
Quick. It was very quick. So I think from beginning to end, from stopping steroids to kind of getting back to normal, it was about 9 to 10 months in total, which is quick. So yeah, I was very lucky.
And I mean, that's, oh my gosh, how many years? Like 8 years?
8 years. I can't believe it's been 8 years.
That's crazy.
It is. It really is.
Nuts. Crazy. Yeah. And I know during Preventable, when I was shooting with you guys, just looking at your skin, because I don't know if you remember and recall, I wanted to like be up close, and I was like taking all these different angles of your skin. I was like, oh my gosh, I am so jelly. Like your skin is beautiful. I was like, what? And then I don't know if you can't tell, I guess, from this video, but you have like very light blue eyes, which I think I captured even in like each week I put out a little trailer thing as we were going along, and I was like, these beautiful blue eyes, like I had to have them front and center for everybody to see. So since then, because I know you've helped with the documentary, and I'm more than positive that people probably still come to you for advice.
Yeah, they do. Mainly through social media, and it tends to be through Instagram now, because we've got a huge community on there, which is incredible, because none of that was around when I was going through it. So I do have people getting in touch with me. It depends how much I'm posting. If I post more, then I obviously get more, but people getting in touch. But it's definitely a weekly thing. I'll have a new person get in touch with me every week, and I'll sometimes get people get in touch with me who are my friends or family or clients in my business who might know someone that's going through it and they just want a bit of advice. So I've been able to actually support people in person as well, which it's just been amazing.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And again, you being a veteran and still sticking around, answering people's questions, helping people is incredible, because you could be off living your life. This could be a closed chapter, want nothing to do with it. And I think it's a testament to who you are as your character as a person, to want to be helpful, to want to be there. You're a very compassionate person. So I thank you even for doing this. It's so awesome that you guys stick around for this community.
Oh, I'm so chuffed to be a part of all of these amazing things, because I just, I think the struggle was worth it if we can help other people. And it seems like definitely the work that you're doing is I'm helping. I'm so pleased to be a part of it. So.
Yay. So one of the biggest things with you that I connected with was I was a dancer. I had to, quit all of that. I had just gotten that December, before I started withdrawal in January, I had just received my certification to be a personal trainer. And so I was like, well, this is not going anywhere now. But for you, activity was like life.
Yeah.
And now you have your own business doing that, correct?
Yeah. So hearing you say that about getting your PT qualification just gave me goosebumps, because that feeling of, because I experienced it myself, where you're like, right, I really want to do this thing, I want to complete this qualification and then be able to help people, and then you get it and then it's like, bam,
nope,
your body just shuts down and you physically can't do anything. That's the same for me. I just got my fitness instructor qualifications, and I'd started teaching loads of fitness classes, and it was my dream from being like 5 years old to do that. And I just started doing it and I got really successful, and then along came TSW and all of that just had to stop. So I totally feel you on that, and it's just so soul destroying. But I remember whilst I was going through withdrawal, I just thought to myself, once this is over, nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to go after everything I've ever wanted to do and make it amazing. So I got back into fitness, teaching fitness classes, which I just had such a new appreciation for. I started doing sports massage. So anyone who's had any kind of skin condition, but obviously mine was eczema, anyone that's had eczema skin will know that the thought of putting your hands on strangers and massaging them is just, well, you can't
traumatizing.
You don't know what they've got on their skin. You don't know what body lotion they've been using. You don't know.
They start steroids,
Exactly. So the thought of it was never even a consideration. But then when my skin was better, I just, it's what my wife was doing. She had a business in it. So then I kind of trained with her, joined her. And since then we've gone from strength to strength. We've built, we've got like a building in our garden now that's got a gym in there. It's got massage rooms in there. We've got a team of 6 people. And I get to use these as tools, which when I was, until TSW, I never would have done that, because they were just red, raw.
Yes.
It's just, and they help people now by just from people looking at them from TSW point of view, but I get to put them on people and help them with their pain. It is just beyond my wildest dreams. It's amazing.
And what's your company called?
The Body Project.
The Body Project.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so awesome. And you have 6 people under you?
Yeah, so there's Kelly and I, my wife and I, and then there's 4 people that work. So we're a team of 6 in total. So we've got 4 other therapists that work in our clinics as well.
So it's therapy and fitness, like massage therapy plus like
So
total body?
we do sports massage, medical acupuncture, and cupping therapy, and that makes up the bulk of our business. But Kelly, my wife, she's a musculoskeletal specialist, so she works with biomechanics, and she does all those kind of assessments for people. She's a specialist personal trainer. We've got personal trainers that work in the business, yoga instructor. One of our team is a registered nurse in the UK, so we're a really holistic specialist team.
Diverse too. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Where are you in the UK?
We're in Nottingham, so we're in the Midlands.
Nottingham. So you guys, if any of you need any of this, you know where to go now.
And we do online stuff as well. We've got loads of stuff online, so we're not just physical anymore. Thanks to lockdown, we had to. It was adapt or die, so we adapted and went online. So we've got loads of stuff online now, which is cool.
So I know it probably at first really hit you guys hard, but that's awesome that you've been able to keep this going.
Yeah, we just had no choice, Briana, because all of our clients that were used to coming in for treatments and for advice, they couldn't have that anymore. And, you know, the new clients that were coming in and needing advice and guidance on what to do, we were like, we can't just leave these people in pain. We need to help them. So we've got a Facebook group that we were using anyway, but we just shifted online, did a load of stuff in there, and then created a few courses for people to do at home. And it's been really, really good. Like, at the time it was scary, but we look back now and think, yeah, it's been good for the business, really.
Awesome. And I mean, you're active, so obviously your skin is highly involved. Have you had anything with your skin since the documentary? Because I shot the documentary back in the summer of 2017.
Yeah, gosh, that's
time
flown by.
I know.
Yeah, the only thing that I've had actually since that is I've had a bit of a fungal situation going on with my skin. And for a while, I didn't know what it was. I thought it wasn't presenting as eczema or TSW. I knew it wasn't a reoccurrence of that. It was acting very differently, and it started in the summer when I was really sweaty and I was training loads outside here because, you know, of the lockdown. It happened last year, and it started under my arms, and I got it around my neck where my folds are. And I naturally didn't go and see my GP. I didn't go see a doctor. I did a load of research online. I did so much reading, so much detective work, and I worked out that it's just a little bit of a fungal infection. I got myself a medicated shampoo that I needed, used it as a body wash, and it's gone away. So
awesome. And that's how you have this beautiful skin that you have now. Yes. Well, then, for the TSW community, because I know people reach out to you and everything, what is something that you would give us, some advice for the TSW community that you think is important?
That's such a good question, because obviously that's what people get in touch with me for, is for advice, and there's obviously very common themes in the questions that I get. I suppose the bits of advice that I was given when I was going through it is you just have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, because your skin's going to do some stuff that you can't even imagine it until it starts happening, and when it's happening you can't believe it. But it's all a normal part of a very abnormal and bizarre process, and it's just, you just need to settle into that discomfort and get through. Sometimes it's one day at a time, sometimes it's an hour at a time, sometimes it's a minute at a time. You just got to keep plodding and trudging on as best you can, really, and take comfort from whatever you've got around you. Whether that, for me, I had an amazing support network. I found things that worked for me, and I've spoken about those on my YouTube videos, and I just stuck to them. And if it changed, if something stopped making me comfortable, I then found something else that would make me as comfortable as possible. And it was just about that. And the other thing is, try not to beat yourself up for scratching, because you can't help it.
I remember you saying that too.
Yeah, and because when as eczema skin people, all our lives we're told not to scratch, stop scratching, stop scratching, stop scratching. But you just think, if you could feel this, you would know that there's no way you can leave it alone. It's impossible.
Yeah. And I love what you said about getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. Like that should be like the slogan. Like, get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And
That's
I
what
wish
Kelly said to me. She kept saying it, just get comfortable with the uncomfortable, get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I was like, oh God, okay. So, and it's a daily thing. You just have to do it all the time.
no, but I feel like that's also something I wish the medical community would also be okay with. Because again, it's still a touchy subject with some of the medical community, and they just want our skin to look better. And instead of understanding that, well, maybe the medication that you think is supposed to be helping us isn't helping us, like, get comfortable with the uncomfortable, that this medication is actually hindering us. So
yeah, exactly. Because if you just get comfortable with the uncomfortable now, it's going to be uncomfortable for a much shorter time than if you try and keep dampening it down. So I suppose that's the message we're trying to get out to the medical field at the moment, isn't it?
yeah. So I love that. That was great. Like, I guess I don't know who I should give credit to for coming up with that, but
It's probably Kelly.
I'll say I'll give credit to Kelly for coming up with it, because that's awesome. I love it. I love it. But thank you so much. It's wonderful to see your face. It's so crazy how this condition has brought so many people together. Like, I would have never met you. I've never met all these wonderful human beings if it wasn't for this condition. So I have to be grateful at some small, point of thank you. Like, this has been awesome. What a crazy ride. And it's been so long since shooting the documentary, and it's about to be 2 years since it's been out. So
oh my God, that's amazing, Briana. You should be so. I'm just in awe of you, really. I can't. When I saw you in London when you came over to film, I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't. It was so incredible what you did, and that documentary is it's so well put together. Like, well done, you. It's so good.
thank you, Nina. Well, I look back and I'm like, wow, I was crazy. I'm sitting there like, I'm trying to wrap my fingers and stuff, carrying around all this equipment. I remember us three, everyone was sitting on the ground, and I'm sitting there trying to do everything. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sitting here playing with lights, and I'm like, this light's about to die, and I have to have another battery over here. Oh my gosh.
Now it's so good. It's amazing. So, it really is.
Thank you. And I'm just grateful. Again, it wouldn't be here without your voice. So I appreciate that. So much.
I'm so glad I could help. I really am.
Right. Well, lovely to see you. Thank you so much. And I know everyone else is going to be stoked to hear all that you have been doing. So lots of love to you and Kelly.
Oh, and to you. Thank you for having me.
Yes. Bye, girl.
Bye.